Yeah, I get you, Freaky. Yeah, I get you, bud. I get you. Yeah. I have thought about making like a home server or something like that. I have really thought about doing that. Exodia will be here on the left-hand side. We're in our second 3-map series of the day, and we got some housekeeping to do, so let's go ahead and get into all of that. We are here in the Meta Madness number 9. There are 16 heroes restricted in the tournament, meaning they cannot be picked, played, or banned, because that does take up a ban slot, and I did see Kaldor give a little grief to Sven last weekend about it, because Sven tried to be cheeky about that. But the 16 restricted heroes in day 5 and 6, we are currently in day 6. These 16 heroes are Anduin, Blaze, Brightwing, Chromie, Dehaka, Garrosh, Genji, Hanzo, Hogger, Johanna, Junkrat, Medivh, Rehgar, Sergeant Hammer, Sylvanas, and Valla. Those 16 heroes cannot be played, picked, or banned, as I mentioned. The 10 heroes that will be picked and played here on Blackheart's Bay, map number 1 of this 3-map series, will be unavailable. So as we enter into map number 2, 26 heroes will be banned away. Now, the bans at the top of the screen don't carry over, but they still pertain to the draft, as Tracer and Sumer will not be playable in map 1, but they could be drafted in map 2 or 3, if, of course, they're not banned out again. So as we start this draft, 20 heroes of the 90 total will be removed. Technically, it could be more if you ban out Shogal, but that is going to be a Tracer Cassia banned away on the right side by Gremlins, targeting Dino hero pool specifically on those two. We do know Gaflo has an insanely good Cassia and Tracer as well. The Samuro, I believe, is a target ban onto Surdeath, if I remember correctly, on their hero pools. And Anubrak is just a nice ban to get rid of Cocoon, Burrow Charge, Mobility as well. Impaling Blades.
Reckoning is at hand.
I don't think that's a level 4 talent. But the Persisting Spines at level 4 is a really good way to deny objective turn and stuff. But let's go ahead and see what we got going on right now. It is a first pick Tyrael on the right side for Gremlins. These are the Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins. And I believe we've caught you up on everything outside of map bans. It is Exodia banning away Battlefield of Eternity and Tomb of the Spider Queen. And the Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins will ban away Sky Temple and Dragonshire. Thrall first pick with a Yrel as well. Are we going 5 Bruisers on Blackheart's Bay for Exodia? I don't think so. I think, based on the standings, I do believe... Let me F5 this page. Actually, no, the page is updated. Exodia stack is kinda set in 3rd place, if I'm not mistaken.
Grant us strength.
I think there is a possibility for them to move out of 3rd. No, I don't think so, actually. I think they're... Yeah, I think Exodia stack and Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins are kind of locked in. There might be Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins and Exodia stack swapping. I like how, by the way, the Exodia name is 2 different things on the Wikipedia. On the group stage standings, it says Exodia stack, but everywhere else it just says Exodia. That's funny. Greymane, Malfurion, and Tyrael will be picked up on the right side. Lee York to be banned away on the left. Yeah, no substitute today. Yesterday we did have Disciple taking over for Bad Benny, as Bad Benny was busy with I don't know what. But yes, it is all 5 members of Exodia. And I believe it's the same thing with Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins. I believe this is the full rosters against each other here. Mid-ban phase, they did get rid of the variant on the right side of Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins, Exodia. So I believe it is Exodia stack or Exodia. I think I'm correct in either or, but we'll go with Exodia for today because we said that yesterday as well. Next 2 picks.
I heed the voice of
ETC Tyrande. So it is not going to be 5 Bruiser shenanigans. I didn't think they would, but it is going to be that Tyrande picked on the left-hand side, so... We'll check out and see what the first Sentinel connection looks like, as we already have a 3,000 gamble on Exodia, which I think I don't blame you. They're one of the top teams for sure. Right side with the Malfurion, Greymane, Tyrael. I like the idea of some sort of mage, and then like possibly Azul for double soak top mid.
Where will we end up this time?
Vikings will be grabbed. Surdeath does have some really good Vikings. What do we see for the last pick of Exodia, though? Tyrande, ETC, Yrel. They need some sort of burst, some sort of mage. Dino has been playing a lot of hyper carry Jaina. I think Jaina would work out really well with this. You could see... Ooh.
Anytime you're ready.
Jimmy right click is going to be coming through. Okay. All right. So we'll see Raynor picked up. I do like the Gaflo Girthy Gremlins draft a little bit more. The Vikings are kind of an X factor. Let's get into it and see what ends up happening here. Call them stack. Left side of the map, it's Exodia. We've got the Dino Raynor. Hazuabs is your thrall. Bad Benny on ETC. Dequaz will be playing Urel and Yasu Taranda. Right side of the map, you've got Olaf, Baylog, and Eric, the Lost Vikings, played by Surdath for Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins. A Simply DK Tyrael. Nano is your Li Ming, Banana Malfurion, and Gaflo will be your Greymane. Alright, the most important thing here is going to be the Taranda Sentinel at the start. Does it connect? Yasu, I'm assuming, does not throw it immediately. Vision on the left grab, Vision on the right by a Viking picked up as well. Couple autos will come out. No, actually, no autos just yet. Oh, GG's. The Vikings just lost one. Yasu's still waiting for that first Sentinel there, bud. It is going to be your... I'm just watching the Taranda. I'm not even looking at talents right now. True Shot Aura level 1 for Yasu. You do have your Rolling Thunder Thrall, ETC Block Party. Sentinel completely misses. GG, well played. Exodia is going to lose, obviously. We do have Exterminator for the Raynor, Dauntless Urel, ETC Block Party, and the True Shot Aura for the Taranda. Aetherwalker Li Ming, Viciousness Greymane, a Ardent Restoration on the Tyrael, Emerald Dreams Malfurion, and it is going to be Olaf the Stout. I believe the Viking tracker is working correctly. I believe I selected the right character at the start of the game. So it will show up as it increases, as we do have Blackheart available for Gem Turn-In. Camp on the left side and right side have already been grabbed. Looks like the Doubloon camps will be spawning at the 3-minute mark in game time. Siege camp for bottom lane already grabbed as well on the left-hand side by Urel. Dequaz pushing that up. 8 gems are available. Sorry, 8 coins have already been picked up by Exodia. Thrall is going to get a Chain Lightning, discovers a Viking, gets a kill into Baylog. Malfurion Root does connect onto Raynor. All the coins have been picked up by Exodia from that first doubloon chest. And I'm assuming they're going to pivot for a turn-in. Surdath's going to look to turn in a couple on this Eric. He should get these in time. As DK is going to use the Eldruin's Might to back away. What's up, Booty Scooty? How you doing today, bud? Welcome on in. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy good old Heroes of the Storm. ETC is going to pick up more utilities. He goes in Speed Metal level 4. Hand of Freedom Urel, Behemoth Armor for the Raider. Feral Spirit on the Thrall, as well as Taranda going into the Loon's Chosen. Power Slide into the bush. Lunar Flare misses. Huntress Mark activated. That's that AoE red thing around the Taranda that does pop up. And a Root from Malfurion connects onto Bad Benny. Hazuabs activates the Wind Fury, looking to run in. Trying to find a root, does not connect. And Urel avenging Rat to the side. Dino Yasu looking to turn in. That is more than enough for the two of them to get the Blackheart summoning on the Cannon Barrage, which will be heading straight into mid lane, if I remember correctly. That's going to be a lot of damage into Greymane. And he's going to drop 2 doubloons. So mid shot should confirm Fort, Gates, and almost the entire structure, if I'm not mistaken. I can't 100% remember if it's the entire structure or if it's left on a sliver. And 3 shots should be enough to take down mid lane Fort. Also, Obs eats an Arcane Orb to the face. The mid Fort is gonna live on a sliver. My gut feeling was correct. It was a sliver of HP. Now, if you're curious really quickly for the memory of it, 490. ETC might just, yeah, he can't really step up in this one. He's got too many enemies around. Lunar Flare into the way from Taranda. But we do have a whole kill advantage, maybe a Viking kill or two as well. Experience is leading, of course, for Exodia. And as we get closer to the 10 talent tiers, we'll cycle through those numbers if you're curious. Banana Gaflo getting a turn-in of a few, and they will get their own Blackheart summoning. And with the mid lane fort gate already damaged a bit, this should guarantee the entire gate and structure. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Greymane working up against Aquaza. My apologies, I did not realize that Li Ming was getting chased in by Hazuobs. This is the route from Banana that slows things down. As I mentioned, that mid lane fort is going to be taken down. One shot will take that out, and then the rest will be heading into top lane onto the fort gate, if I'm not mistaken, which is taking a little bit of damage already, but ETC wants to step up, trade at least the structures in mid for the passive experience gain, as well as the periodic catapult pressure for both sides. Eric getting vision. Dino's going to reclaim control of that. And let's cycle through those other numbers as promised. Viking Tracker seems to be working right, as they are at 20 regeneration globes at 4 minutes and 49 seconds. Bad Benny going for a turn-in. Yasu getting a few more in as well. One gem needed from Hazu. Coin needed from Hanzo. And that'll be enough for another Blackheart barrage, but it seems like he won't be able to get that in just now. Bad Benny trying to anchor for the allies, sidesteps an Arcane Orb and magic missiles from Nano. They're all still chilling in the bush. A Viking falls in the top lane to a Rainer. Aquaza rotating up Tyrael. Eldruin's Might, he does get rooted. Lunar Flare to follow that up. There's a Huntress Mark for that minus 15 armor. Avenging Wrath does not connect. The Sentinel goes to the side. Thrall, Chain Lightning will connect, but Tyrael's still able to back away. Rainer, though, is going to pivot into mid. He almost takes down a Viking. Tyrael gets some death timer reduction. ETC stage dive, as I think he was anticipating Eric rotating a different way, but now Eric is going to hurry it up and sprint into top as Yrel turns in the last coin needed. And that'll be Blackheart's Cannon Barrage to top lane. Oh, I thought she... Oh, she did get it. Okay. We've got your Rainer's Raider, the Banshee, Ardent Defender, Sundering, Stage Dive, and Shadowstalk for the Tyrande. We play again for the Vikings, Judgment Tyrael, Curse Bullet, Wave of Force, and Malfurion is Tranquility. I could see Twilight Dream, but it's, yeah, Tranquility. The rapid healing rate and the 25 armor, the 10 armor, excuse me. I thought there was a lot more armor on that one. But it's going to be 118 health per second for 8 seconds, and they also have, if they have regrowth applied, and they're inside the Tranquility radius, they do get 10 armor during that duration. 30 regeneration globes for Vikings, which is kind of insane to me. At not even 7 minutes, 6.5 minutes in game time. Blackheart's last barrage did take down the entirety of this top lane fort. Defense in the top lane will be coming through from Exodia. Power slide from ETC. Eats an Arcane Orb. Hazuobs finishes on his level 4. That's going to be a stunner from Thralls. ETC is going to be caught by the roof. Facing out Bad Benny with a lot of healing over time. The Tranquility from Malfurion. He's going to be coming through. Gaflo will be able to back away. Rainer does not have the last little bit of damage to take down the Worgen. As Tranquility is about to expire, Malfurion stage dive. ETC lands right there, but Malfurion has an immediate route to cleanse activated from the level 7. And this will be another coin camp grabbed by Exodia. So I guess actually a doubloon chest is a better way to say it. 3-0 in kills. It's looking real good on the left-hand side of Exodia in map number 1 of this series. Yrel heads back to bottom lane. She's working on the wave up against a Viking. And she'll just make sure that the globe doesn't go over to Baylog. 15 seconds on a bottom camp. Siege Giants worked on the left side by Hazuobs. Right side grabbed as well. Both teams with a Blackheart Barrage available. Just checking really quickly. Yeah, Blackheart Barrage from Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins would yield Fort Gate up top, the major structure, and some damage on the bottom lane as well. Greymane with a few razor swipes here into there, into the enemy. Magic missiles fire out as well. Eldruin's Might with the Burning Halo does not connect close enough to Dino or Aquaza, so the gem turning will not be denied. And Hazu's got the last 4 gems needed. He was holding 9 for a Blackheart Barrage summoning. Take a look here really quickly. 5. It's going to be 8 gems currently held on the left side, and it was a 12 turn if memory serves right. So they're going to need 14 for the next one. Boss to be grabbed in the top lane. Yasu steps back into wave, but he was not seen. Dayclaw's actually rotating out of the wave straight to boss, but the enemy team is going to be seen in bottom, sieging onto Fort Gate for the Constellation or Trade Siege. Blackheart does take down the bottom lane fort, gets some damage on the mid lane keep gate. And there's the available turn-in. Surdath with 9 on this Eric. Gets all 9 turned in. That's really nice to finally get out. Viking will be lost to the Tyrande. I believe that was through the top lane, unless she got a Sentinel snipe with that one. You don't cast, yeah, unfortunately you don't cast Blackhearts enough, so your brain is always on Tomb of Spider Queen gems. But the doubloons! Both teams have an available summoning of Blackheart, but this is currently going to be your boss in the top lane, pushing up Raynor, eating an Arcane Orb here and there. Avenging Wrath in, stage dive ETC, Greymane is going to be hit to the side with a Sundering. That is going to be an absolute massacre in favor of Exodia. They take down 3 enemies, and they might step into core. I mean, boss at 25%, the death timer's 20 seconds average. I mean, they could get at least 50% of the core, probably more. Judgment material, but he's going to Judgment into the boss stun. More defenses, DK will fall. And this is going to be map number 1, Blackheart's Bay in favor of Exodia. They will be able to shut things down. 8-0 in kills. Not a flawless game, as they did lose a structure or 2 here and there, but a deathless game from the Exodia players. With Bad Benny here, all five cards are in place. It doesn't have to be doubloons. I guess coins is fine. Smile. Yeah, but what if someone gets angry at me? What if someone who doesn't stream, cast, or play Heroes of Storm gets mad because I don't use the correct terminology that they derive? Did you think about that, Mudir? Did you think about that one? We're going to roll some ads. We're going to get ready for map number 2. That is going to be victory for the members of Exodia. We'll pay out the gamble. We'll get the ads out of the way. 4 subs away for the Good Boy Bandit. Why not spoil the Good Boy? Welcome back, everybody. Map number 2 in this 3-map series. We're heading into Towers of Doom. And let's go ahead and see what we got going on. Players are on the correct sides. I didn't even look at the lobby. I just got into the lobby and then I was fixing other stuff. But Towers of Doom, map number 2. We've got another Samuro ban out the gate. So no Samuro shenanigans coming out. Oh, poor Surdath. But that was... I gotta be honest, that was a really fast game from Exodia. So Samuro will be removed. Will there be another Tracer Cassia ban against Dino? No. Towers of Doom. First pick goes over to Dino, so the losing side of Gremlins, Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins, actually wanted map pick priority here, so interesting choice coming out from them. I guess there's some draft they want to play, or they're just very happy with the second pick. Maybe they'll Cho'Gall this. Maybe they'll Cho'Gall it. Granted, Exodia had a really strong answer to a Cho'Gall played against them yesterday morning. Was that correct? Let me look at the bracket here. Yesterday, yesterday Ross Pierdel played Cho'Gall on Towers of Doom against Exodia stack, and Exodia bodied that. They countered it very hard, in my opinion. Hanzo and Bad Benny. Yeah, I mean, this is the main roster, Andy. Good morning. Yeah, this is the main roster of Exodia. Yesterday they had Disciple subbing in for Bad Benny, which I don't know why, but there will be a either missed ban or they are discussing it in the in-game draft chat. We can't see the in-game draft chat because we are set to observer mode. If we were set to ref, we could see it, but this is going to be possibly a missed ban. First pick Abathur. Someone go wake up Ninja. I know Ninja fell back asleep. I'm sure of it. He was like, oh, I'll assemble that desk, and then he's just like laying on the floor sleeping. Abathur is going to be grabbed first pick on Towers of Doom. That is a ballsy first pick, in my opinion. Hazu never left. Hazu did go on vacation, Freaky, like 2 weeks ago, and he didn't play like 2 weeks. I think he missed like day 3 and 4 or 4 and... I think he missed day 3 and 4, I think. Days 3 and 4. Because I know Hazu traveled somewhere recently, and he went to like the Team Liquid training facility and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure he did miss, and then Bad Benny as well. But anyways, the gang's all here, as we do have a Muradin Cassie on the right side. There's gonna be a Tracer with the Chen.
Pandemonium.
Lies? No. Chen, Tracer, Abathur. What a draft so far on the left side. Really doesn't show much outside of we're probably gonna hyper carry with the Tracer. I mean, to be honest, if Team Liquid were to fly me out to, you know, their facility in Germany, that'd be pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be really cool. Or I guess maybe paid for my train ticket if I lived in Germany. Varian to be removed. I mean, Varian with the Tracer Chen is a really nice combo. I'm assuming it's going to be double Tracer. That's my assumption, and that we'll see a tank and a bruiser to round out the draft. I feel like this will be a hyper carry Tracer sort of game. What's up, Ashton Moore? How you doing, bud? Maybe a healer target ban or a solo lane against the Chen. They'll get rid of the Uther, okay? A lot of Uther ban coming out from Exodia. And I think they know Banana. I mean, obviously Banana. A lot of these players have played together, so they kind of know each other on a hero pool level. So this might be a target ban against Banana, or they just don't want to deal with Uther on Towers of Doom with the Cassie and the Muradin. A lot of armor, by the way, on the right side. Cassia armor, Muradin armor, Uther armor would be there as well. Medivh is up, by the way.
There is always hope.
But it is going to be a Zul Ariel. I could see Medivh on the left side for Exodia. I think we could see that. No, they need a healer and a tank here, realistically. Unless they want to try and do like Medivh shenanigans as a main tank. That does happen here and there. But I don't think that's really Bad Benny's flavor. I think Bad Benny likes to kind of play straight up tanks. And there's not a ton left, but with Cassie, Azul, Ariel, Muradin, I'd love to see an Arthas here. I was thinking the Arthas for the auto attack speed debuff. You've got Howling Blast Roots, which will allow Tracer to sit there and just sustain damage on a target. But Mal'Ganis, Stukov, Chen, Tracer, Abathur. Very interesting composition on the left side. Zul double soak from top to mid. Cassia, Ariel, Muradin in the 4-man. Is it another bruiser for the 4-man? Do they pick up something mage-like for more poke, like Gul'dan's up as well, if they want to go into that? Kael'thas, Orphea.
Let the Inquisition commence.
What? The white main, I wasn't... I mean, it's hyper carry Cassia with double healer for her, Zul doing double soak. I do like the draft of Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins here. I actually do think that with this double healer, I think, and then like the Zul double soak is really good. His wave clears fast. His top to mid rotations are nice. I'm still reeling with BlizzCon coming up. With BlizzCon coming up with HGC. There's HGC announced. That's news to me.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
Right side of the map is Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins. Down in this 3-map series, we've got Serdath playing your Zul, Nano playing Ariel, Banana on the white main, Gaflo on the Cassian, DK will be the Muradin. Left side of the map is going to be Exodia. You've got your Dehaka, Chen, Yasu, Stukov, Bad Benny on Mal'Ganis. God, his hands are massive on that mount, I'm realizing. Anyways, it is Dino Tracer. These are the things that go through my brain. Hazuabs will be your Abathur. As we get into the mid lane, we'll see our level 1s popping up. We'll talk about those after our first skirmish. Pressurized glands. It is going to be time to feed for the Mal'Ganis. You've got Tracer rounds as well. Oh, going to be looking into the Eye of the Tiger for Chen and low blow Stukov. Muradin will be picking up his Dwarf block level 1 Searing Light. Cassia Charge Strike, Zul with the Shade, and Pity the Frail for that white main as Gaflo puts a bit of damage to the Fort Gate after their backs away for a moment. Bad Benny getting the hat applied. White main, Giggle Beam, Detainment Strike into the wall. Zul will go down to the Tracer in top lane, but Mal'Ganis traded in the mid. Zabither will apply a hat to one of the allies in top lane for more rapid siege. Muradin lands a Stormbolt into the big panda. Thunderclap down on the ground as well. Okay. So it's a double soak. Little the early game's kind of all over the place here with positioning, since we had that mass rotation to top, but now that I think everything's kind of setting up into the normal sort of four-member bottom. Mal'Ganis caught out. Nice detainment strike from Nano. Murda Dwarf tosses onto the point! And they steal away the left side camp. Are you serious? Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins get a second kill, and they steal this camp at the literal last sliver of channel. 1, 2, 3 sappers make it in. Sidewall and tower taken down. And we'll go ahead and take a look here as Zool and friends will get level 4 a little bit faster. Abathur in this mid lane is pressed up against the gate so he can body soak some of that experience that is going to be cleared out by the towers. And his Locust, I think he's still getting hats. I think there was a hat onto Dehaka just now as Surdath and Dehaka were having a small trade in damage, but now in bottom lane, rapid siege through the fort gate. Mal'Ganis coming down, Bad Benny with a few Fell Claws. Stormbolt from DK misses, Detainment Strike into the wall again, but Tracer's here. And I don't think this is going to be another kill into Mal'Ganis, but they got the entire fort gate of bottom. This is going to be a pivot over to the right side camp. Altars spawning in the top left and right and center location. We do have Tracer able to back away with a Blink Healer too, with that Bone Prison from Zool as well. What's up, Izioi? How you doing, bud? Trying to do my best pronouncing your name. Surdath with 19 HP in top lane, by the way. Surdath with 19 HP in the top lane. Dino and friends are unable to get the kill. Triple objective phases here. Mal'Ganis and Muradin will be trading. Muradin trying to force Mal'Ganis to step up a bit more, and they'll have some traded blows. Back over here, though, Chen is going to be pushed up against the wall. The tower shots are connecting. Dehaka has damage over time, and they want to confirm the kill and will be able to do so with an Ariel Searing Light. Stukov gets the left-hand side. Zool reset and is able to get back into top lane, soaking up the experience. This is going to be a Detainment Strike onto Tracer. She will get the recall right next to the white main. There's going to be Zool coming in to see if a Bone Prison onto Dino. Is there going to be a clap and a kill? Ooh, that's not what I was expecting. Tracer does go down. Dino trying to harass here. No meal just yet. Biotic armor, by the way, for the Stukov level 4. And there's going to be the 4 shots going into the left side. 36 to 36, but Muradin was delayed out by Mal'Ganis. Looks like white main will be able to step up as Mal'Ganis is zoned down lower. There's some pings onto the bottom left fort, which I'm assuming is going to be the next pivot. Stukov in the top lane up against Zool. Hit with a Bone Prison. And Zool is pretty much going to ignore Stukov and rotate down into mid. Looks like the fort gate has been taken down almost completely. One more hit just to make sure they clear that out, because you don't want Abathur Mule healing any of that up. Ariel's a big heal, and she's going to drop that immediately on herself as a blind from the Cassia. Dino getting knocked into the wall. Dino getting a quick heal from the Stukov. The lurking arm down from the Stukov has the growing infestation level 7. Muradin dwarf tossing in as their Stormbolt from DK. Misses Dino, the fend from Cassia. Dino gets a blink to the side, but Mal'Ganis now caught by a Bone Prison to Detainment Strike into the wall. Ariel could not get the heal off in time. Now Mal'Ganis is able to get some Fell Claws with the Carapace from Abathur, and it's Zool to go down. Bad Benny's just wiggling. He's zigging. He's zagging. Fell Claws into the enemies. That's going to be a Night Rush as well. It's White Mane to fall next. That's going to be a Pulse Bomb on the Gaflo. DK is getting low. Tracer does go down. Cassia falls. Mal'Ganis picked off, and this is DK dwarf tossing to the side as a multitude of kills in mid lane happen here. And we're 5 minutes in. That laugh means the boss is up and available. Go ahead and cycle through the other numbers for this map number 2. Alrighty, phew-wee. That was a good back and forth right there. Left side camp is grabbed by Exodia. Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins working on the right side, and looks like they'll finish this out. Line kick in from Chen. Another poke onto Surdath here. Man, if only there was like this fort defense or something so people couldn't get run down underneath their structures. That's crazy. Mal'Ganis, Ultimate Evolution from Abathur. Carrion Swarm from Bad Benny will get activated. Azuab's the second Mal'Ganis in this moment. Night Rush onto Muradin. Looks like Tracer gets the center objective. It's still a 4-point game, 28-32. Heroics on the left side, as I mentioned, Ultimate Evolution. You got Sticky Bomb, Wandering Keg, Massive Shove, and Carrion Swarm. Haymaker Muradin? Haymaker Muradin, alright. You've got Scarlet Aegis Whitemane for the 40 armor, 444 health currently, and also 40, or for 4 seconds as the Wandering Keg connects onto Serdab. Bone Prison activated by Zul. He did go into Wall of Bones level 7. I am so happy that players have finally realized how good Wall of Bones is. It's like we never saw it, and I feel like players finally read the tooltip. They're like, wow, increase the shield amount of bone armor to 35% of Zul's maximum health and gain 20 spell armor for the duration? That seems kind of strong. Thank you for the lurk, forget what. Appreciate it, bud. Night Rush from the Mal'Ganis. Chen in the top lane working on the fort. Zul is respawned, making his way into mid. We do have 7 to 6 in kills, but a full level lead is formed, and I'm assuming it's going to be from minion deficit. Holy Jesus, 4,000, 5,000 minion deficit? Wow, like I was thinking it'd be small, or you know, it would be a part of the issue, but I did not realize it was a 4K differential. You get another 1,000 from heroic kills. Passive is pretty close, but it's going to change here in a moment. Structure's obviously leading as well, so it's a 5,000 advantage. A little bit more for Exodia here. But not healing from skeletons. Yeah, the 0.2% healing. Wow. Pulse Bomb lands on the Banana. There's going to be a Scarlet Aegis from the Whitemane. Crystal Aegis activated. Lurking Arm down from the Stukov as well. Dehaka drinks up some brew. Yasu, Haymaker to the side. Whitemane will be going down. Carrion Swarm as well. Stormbolt lands into Tracer. Dino with the hat will almost take down Nano and does manage to get the kill with the assistance of Chen. Lurking Arm into Whitemane. Into Cassia, as she falls as well. Whitemane, Ariel, and Cassie all going down. Muradin and Zul, the lone 2 defenders, as it looks like Tracer wants to push up a bit more in bottom. Maybe find a kill onto DK as Yasu on the top left corner of your screen will be able to get the channel. Bad Benny with 400 HP gets a healing pathogen. Wandering Keg from Shen. Looking for something, but Dehaka is unable to chase in further, and that is the tail end of that engagement. And in a local brewery for a author event. Oh, nice. Oh, hopefully some cool stuff there, bud. Good on you for supporting local shit. 1 point difference between the two teams, 28-27, and Abathur is going to hat the top lane fort for a moment. Some minions summoned here for your Zul, as well as the minion wave. We didn't talk about it, but it's Valkyrie as well as Skeleton Mages for Cassia and Zul. I think I missed those 2 heroics, and we've seen pretty much everything else. I got way too excited about Haymaker, I think. And Mule, by the way, is, I think, mitigated any siege on bottom lane, or most of the siege. Dehaka is able to avoid a Stormbolt by just running on out, flying kick through the boss. And that'll be the tail end of any pressure onto Chen. Night Rush out from Mal'Ganis. Cassia gets slept, but there's no dive onto her. Zul continues to work on top lane. Mule is going to be summoned. Flying kick in from Chen. He's got Wandering Keg if he needs to push back the enemies. Mode Prison's there. He'll drink up with enough to share, as well as just, Oh yeah, no freshest ingredients, right? It is the Eye of the Tiger this game. Night Rush out from Mal'Ganis into a few enemies. Pulse Bomb lands on the DK. There's going to be the Taming Strike into the wall. Muradin needs to back away to let his trade kick in. There's going to be a Valkyrie to try and go fishing for something. Carrion Swarm is going to be there. The Haymaker pushes Tracer away. Stormbolt misses. Night Rush up from Mal'Ganis. Felclaws to the left-hand side. The camp is going to be invaded and stolen away. Bad Benny does go down. Meanwhile, there's going to be a Bone Prison on the left-hand side onto Yasu. We do have a Stormbolt landing. Chen able to back away. The massive shove into the death zone. DK will be fine as he dwarf tosses out the Wandering Keg activated by the Chen, trying to push some enemies into that death zone. Cassia is going to be held back there for a moment. Gaflo should fall to the Chen damage. Lurking arm down from Stukov. Double Stukov, by the way. Hazuop's cloning the healer. And it is going to be Yasu on the left-hand side. Not die. Oh, he's going to die to the Zul. Okay. Stormbolt onto Tracer lands. Giggle Beam is there. 200 HP Muradin. Searing Light. Oh, dude, I thought the Searing Light was going to be enough. Meanwhile, Hazuobs is going to get the channel during that fight. And he will be able to get the 5 shots into the enemy core, making it a 6-point game, 28-22. Tracer with a couple autos back in. It is amplified damage, by the way, level 13 for the Zul. Maybe Bone Spear as well. Banana popped. Oh, she's gonna get. Nah, she's dead. I don't care how much armor you got. You are Dovon right there, and you still don't have your mid lane fort either. Or you still have your mid lane fort. Sorry, I flipped it in my head. Finally, Serdath is able to regain control of top lane fort as the mule was healing that up a bit more, and Dayquaza pokes at the fort gate of mid. We're actually about to get our structure upgrade right now.
Heroes, I have opened a tunnel near our core.
So forts are now keeps. Center teleport has opened up. Still no boss to be grabbed yet on this map. It is a level lead and then some in favor of Exodia. Line kick in, Abathur had applied. There's going to be a lurking arm down from Stukov. And Chen, with a bit of damage over time applied from his stagger, is going to drink up some brew, tank a few shots, and start working on the top lane bell tower once again. Carapace level 16, the adrenaline boost. Symbiote Carapace increases movement speed of the target by 40% for 3.5 seconds. Oftentimes you see the Soma transference with the slow at level 16. But, I mean, Tracer movement speed, that's really nice. Wandering Keg from Chen. That'll be the Scarlet Aegis from Whitemane. 16 talents here on both sides. We do have a Tame Strike into the wall onto Serdath. A Valkyrie goes out, but no one pulled out of position. We do currently have Nano trying to break vision in the bush. Lot of reservoir. Sorry, the Well of Hope is filled out. Zul gets to the top right, by the way. And Abathur's going to try and delay that out with maybe... Oh no, you're Hazuobs, you have to be dead, right? Yeah, that's Bone Spear. We did miss kills in the bottom, but we did get to see Hazu die in top lane. So yeah, Hazu may die in top, but this is going to be 8 shots into the left core, 4 into the right. So we're looking at a 2-point game, 20-18 between the two teams. A 8-kill differential favoring Exodia. And as we're kind of in the late game damage, by the way, that Bone Spear at level 16 did help out with the kill onto Abathur. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what the damage and such looks like in this mid to late game, as Tracer Mal'Ganis will take down bottom keep. I feel like Hazu knew he couldn't do that. I really did feel like Hazu, maybe he was going to pop Ultimate Evolution at the last second and try and avoid the Zul damage, because I do see it off cooldown. I didn't look at it in that moment. But I'm assuming that was Hazu's game plan. He'd pop up Ultimate Evolution, avoid the Zul, and I don't know. That's my guess into the Hazuob's brain, but you know. Tame Strike into the fort. Mal'Ganis is going to Night Rush out. There's a flying kick in from Chen, the Wandering Keg, trying to mash someone up against the wall. The Crystal Aegis mitigates some of that cleanse. Onto Zul as well. He'll pop his Shade, that Wall of Bones value. Valkyrie pulling Chen, but it lands, or he gets pulled up against his own structure. Top left and right, bell towers activating. Pulse Bomb goes down to the ground. 20 talents here almost here on the left-hand side. Skeleton Mages are going to be summoned as well by this Zul. Sapper's being worked on in the lane, but it looks like Exodia still will control this bottom lane bell tower. This is a rough position. Zul did sprint to top lane, so they're going to hopefully trade. But a 5-for-3 trade is still in the disadvantage department of Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins.
Be swift, heroes. Do not let the Gravekeeper's cronies reach the altars before you.
Chen, Bone Prison, drinks up a bit of brew, does have that Purifying Brew level 20. We do have one push comes to shove. You've got the Get Stuff for Tracer, as well as your Seeker Swarm and the Hive Mind. Yasu going Channel on the left side. Does get it. And I believe there was an Ultimate Evolution of the Mal'Ganis, which was just cleared away. So we're looking at 10 shots as Hazu does get it this time. and he will not be interrupted here. Or killed. But now, what's the game plan?
The altar is ours.
You've got 2-level lead, 20 talent tier advantage. Do you consider boss just to get the enemy down to 4 HP? Well, it is going to be yes, indeed. Bottom right keep goes back over to the side of Gremlins, but this is going to be Gremlins on 4 HP. Next objective phase could be GG in favor of Exodia, and it will be a double objective in the middle and bottom position as you take a look at your minimap. Flying kick in, Wandering Keg trying to steal away the Sapper camp. Muradin displaced a little bit here. Night Rush from Mal'Ganis cannot lock him down. But a 4-20 in score in favor of Exodia. Can the members of Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins do anything here? I mean, maybe if they get a kill that can help out, shift momentum, and I think they're going in for this down the 20 talent tier. Abathur does have ultimate evolution. Whitemane goes down the right side from Tracer Chen. Now Gannis on the left may get taken down. He is going to get hit with a few autos from Cassia, and yes, absolutely a kill into him. We do have Yasuo getting a little bit low. Tracer recalls right next to Zul to mitigate the Bone Prison. Bone Spear connecting into Tracer as she does go down. These later game kills are really mitigating the lost experiences. Now we do have objective phase up in 10 seconds. Cassia displaced by the Wandering Keg. DK is a little bit low. The bottom bell tower will go over to the side of Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins, and I think we're looking at a 10-4 game.
Now, heroes, claim the altars in my name.
Abathur burrows into top. Immediately hat soaking and such. Sets up in the bush. Chen's coming up here as well. Boom, boom, boom. From 20 to 10, and maybe these 3 sappers get fed in over the wall as well. Zul reset to go deal with mid. Chen currently pushing up into top. Can Ariel get these sappers over the wall? There's a possibility, actually. Yeah, they should go over the wall. I don't think there's anything to deny that. 1, 2, 3. Boss is up in 3 minutes on the dot. So 18, 21 minutes, 25 seconds or so. Valkyrie finds Stukov. No impaling light level 20. Muradin is rewind. The diamond resolved. You do have the Titan's Revenge. It is Kalin's Edict for that Zul, and Scarlet Crusade for the Whitemane is now Stukov does go down. And this is why we love Towers of Doom, everybody. 7-4 in HP. Chen gonna be discovered here as Muradin steps into the bush. Thunderclap down on the ground. Abathur hat immediately activated. Stormbolt misses. Top right bell tower to be worked on. Mal'Ganis is away, push up in the mid, but Abathur and friends, I think they really want to take down bottom lane keep. Next objective, top left and right. Once again, Exodia, they just need one channel. Arya with the minion wave will finish this out.
The altars rise again.
And so Zul gets mid lane wave really quickly. Heroic-wise, 1 second on Valkyrie, 8 on Zul. Less than that, of course, because that level 20, he does have this. Each time skeletal warriors deal damage, reduce the cooldown of bone armor and Zul's heroic ability by 1.5%. So if you're watching the skeletal mages there when there was a bunch of those summonables, it was going down rapidly. But let's pull away the talents. Let's zoom out here. Let's get a better vision of what's going on. Surdath on the right side. Simply DK on the left. That's going to be a Valkyrie onto Chen, but he hugs the side of the wall. He is going to be Detainment Strike into the wall. That's a lot of damage over time. He will pop Wandering Keg. Cassia tries to defend in. Crystalagus onto... I believe that was Banana. Muradin Dwarf tosses in, finds the Stukov on the left-hand side. Abathur Ultimate Evolution is available. It all comes down to this one Bell Tower. Who gets it? Who wins? Tracer blinking in. Skeleton Mage on the left side. DK gets the kill onto Stukov, which is a big moment in this engagement. Ultimate Evolution, I'm still waiting to see if Abathur pops it. I think he's really trying to get that hive mind value. Tracer recalls. Surdath going for the channel. Bad Benny's going to try and delay things out, and Bad Benny won't get there in time! The members of Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins make today an interesting series, as it is going to be another series that does not go into a 2-0 setup into our map number 3. So you love to see it, a 1-1 score between these two teams. But man, oh man, post 16 was huge for Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins. You could say it was Girthy for them. Good game. Very good game. Choose outcome. Gremlins did win. GG well played to the Gremlins. Nicely done. And as a reminder, I know I keep mentioning this, but it's just because the discount rate is going on right now. If you would like to help us hit sub goals and sustain the full-time streaming, support the channel, all that good stuff, every little bit helps us out a ton. There is discounted subs right now. If you'd like to take advantage of that discounted rate, it is 35% off 5 or more gifted subs. So if you like to help push up the sub goal, if you like watching number go up, if you enjoy Bahamut stuff, if you just enjoy the stream, if you're like, damn, I have a good time here and I would love to support the good boy that is Bandit, do consider. Welcome back, everybody, into the the 3-map series here. On the left-hand side, it's going to be Exodia. On the right, it's going to be Gremlins. And as I mentioned before, this is the Meta Madness style of draft. So, with maps 1 and 2 concluded, that's 20 heroes unavailable. There are 16 restricted heroes in the tournament. Exclamation MM if you would like the list on that one. And so as we get into this, there's 36 heroes unavailable. The bands at the top of the screen are also going to add to that. So we'll have 40 heroes of 50 unavailable in map 3. That's why I always love map 3 in this. And I'm glad it is a set 3-map series. What's up, Saddle? You're just in time for the final map of our second of 3-map series of the day. So we got 9 total maps today, and we're on map number 6 of said 9. Oh, look at that. 6 of 9. Nice. So either way, this will be Lucio first band. On the right side of Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins, it does seem like Exodia opted in for map pick priority, so either they wanted the 1-2 pick up together to maybe run Cho'Gall, unironically, because there has been some Cho'Gall priorities in the last couple play days. Because if you're in the first pick slot, you have to pick something and then you pick the Cho'Gall. Also, you can also last pick the Cho'Gall in the first pick slot as well. But sometimes we do see people from second pick, they go for that so they can get the Cho'Gall combo. We'll see what ends up happening. Diablo, Lucio, Medivh are all going to be banned away. And, okay, yeah, ads are definitely done. Okay, just want to make sure that nothing persisted into this map number 3, because it should be a really good one. There's been some great back and forth between these two teams, and I think they're very closely matched in skill, playstyle, hero pool, and more. Last ban on the left-hand side, what do they want to remove from Infernal Shrines? Possibly Mephisto, or, yeah, possibly Mephisto. Mephisto does see a lot of play here. Like, Chromie is typically the main mage you see on this map. She's got great artillery, poke around the objective, siege potential is pretty nice, or even artillery following up Punisher stuff. But yeah, Mephisto being banned away is not too surprising. Gul'dan first pick is also not surprising. Really good wave clear, shrine clear. I'm assuming it will be Pursuit of Flame. We used to get Echo Corruption on this map, but ever since Pursuit of Flame's been kind of the... There was no changes in Pursuit of Flame, it just became kind of the big flavor, because it's really fast to finish out. Ramp and Hellfire 16 is massive, and I think the overall value of Velflame from level 1 is a bit stronger than Corruption. Because Echo Corruption and everything is really nice, and you have Ruinous Affliction level 16. Those are great, but I think I'm a big fan of Velflame build. I think there's a ton of value. Ramp and Hellfire for a 60% or 60% damage increase on your Velflame casts. It's like 12% increase every single time, and then it maxes out at 60, so it's really strong. Samuro was not banned away, so we do get a Samuro finally with an Ana. I'm not saying it's Cho'Gall. I'm not saying it's Cho'Gall, but it's the pieces of the puzzle are there. And will Dino be heads up about this and ban away everyone's favorite hero, or do we get to see the double trouble? Arthas removed. Now, when it comes to tanks, there are still a few tanks available. The one that comes to mind is Mei. Main tank Uther's available as well. They actually could run Uther Kerrigan here. That also is a very common combo for Infernal Shrines. Ana, Uther, Kerrigan really have been played together in the past quite a bit because of the CC combo potential between Sleep Dart, the Hammer of Justice, Kerrigan, Primal Grasp, and the Impale. Banwise on the right. Get rid of Falstad. Is Tychus still available in this series? Yeah, Tychus is still available for sure. And I do know that Hazu likes to play Tychus, so they could... If Cho'Gall does get picked up right here, there could be a pivot into Tychus in the last pick. Because Greymane was played in map 1, if memory serves correct. Or I might be thinking of another series. See, this is the point where the games all blend together, and I apologize.
Way to go, dude! Right!
Bag, bro, buds, thanks for coming on through. Thanks for taking advantage of the discounted subs. Welcome, everybody, if you got a gifted sub. Thank you, Bag, for the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. So very generous. Thank you, bud. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you coming by the stream. Cheers. I got a nice cup of black mango tea. With your 5 gifted subs, we get Cho'Gall. That's not Cho'Gall. This is a very weird looking Cho'Gall to me. I was a hopeful camper. Oh, it's okay. Gul'dan, Samura, Ana, Varian, Malthael. Interesting. The Kerrigan will be stolen away, and I think that's maybe where the pivot came from, because I do think it was going to be Kerrigan Uther for the last 2 picks on the right side of Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins. Exodia. Yeah, Greyman I think was played on Blackheart's Bay, I do believe, as well, Freaky, yeah. This isn't actually like a troll or anything. This is actually something that Dino has been playing a ton of. But is it going to be Dino Probius or Hazu Probius? Because Dino Kerrigan is often his play. So that actually looks like it's going to be Hazuab's Probius. Hazuab's going back to his StarCraft 2 days when he was a Protoss main. Yeah, it's called Mango Tango, but it's basically like a black tea that's mango. But the flavor's called Mango Tango. It's really good. All I can think about these past few days is Probius. That perfect curvy casing, those toned antennas, the pylon-producing modules of a literal god. I want to feel his cold, metallic hull pressed against my body, his agitated beats echoing in my head as we create a perfect... God, I love that copy pasta. Thank you so very much for that, Ash Mantle. The right side of the map is going to be Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins. Yes, you heard that entire copy pasta correctly. We do have Surdath on that Samuro, Banana Ana, Gaflo, Malthael, Nano is your Gul'dan, and DK playing Varian. Left side of the map is going to be Exodia. We've got Dayquaza, Leoric, Hazuab's on the Probius. You're looking at a Dino Kerrigan, Yasuo, Deckard, and Bad Benny is your Anub'arak. By the way, that is your Easter egg on the map. Left click on the sword about 10 times to get the Easter egg when you play on the map. I cannot do it because I'm observer mode. All I can do is make green boxes. I can do this. Yo, what's up, Zach? How you doing, bud? That was good. That was good, Zach. That was good. That was quality. Quality shitpost, bud. Varian gets dove on. Fell Flames onto Hazu. The Shroud, the Dark Mark is there. And that is going to be Gaflo taking down Probius with his Death Shroud, Jump, Reapers, Mark. He also had the Death's Reach, which I also think helped out a little bit. Samura will be going into the Way of Illusion level 1. Contact healing on the Ana. It is the Pursuit of Flame for the Gul'dan as we expected. And Varian with the Overpower. Probius does have the Pulse Echo. Leoric with Consume Vitality. Typically, it's Ghastly Reach synergized. Honestly, we could see Paralyzing Rage, Neopescent, or Ghastly Reach. I don't think the Consume Vitality is super indicative of Ghastly Reach. It typically was played together in the past, but we'll see what ends up happening here. So there's going to be a dive onto this camp. That's a lot of damage on the Dino. Who's going to Ravage in. There's going to be some Primal Grasp in there. Banana getting a little bit low, trying to break vision away from the Leoric. Wraith walks in to try and take down the Ana on a Skeleton Swing. Will be able to take down the Sniper Nurse of Ana. But traded kills in this bottom camp. The big thing to mention is the camp does go over to Exodia for a little extra experience. Sapphire for the Decker Cane, when applied and afflicting enemies, increases the Herodric Cube slope from 35 baseline to 65. Fury the Swarm for the Kerrigan for that Cleave and Splash. You also gain 10% more Assimilation Shields from the basic attacks, but after casting Ravage, Kerrigan makes a basic attack within 3 seconds splashes for 100% of the damage onto the target. And Anub'arak will be picking up his Nerubian armor for the 65 total spell armor, baseline 40 increased by 25. Lazy Hydra with Probius Belief, and it is going to be Your paralyzing rage for the Leorc, so he now is a 60% slow on skeletal swaying. Yasuo, Dove, Fell Flames, Drain, Burrow Charge. Gul'dan and friends are going to be zoned by a scrollless ceiling. Yasuo gets a self-cast potion. Now it's Gaflo in a precarious position, hit with an impale. Sleep dart to zone. Healing darts miss, but a couple resets from the members of Gaflo's Girthy Gremlins. DK was going to reset, but it looks like he's not. Yeah, he's actually going to. First Punisher, mid lane, Mortar Punisher, Dino, and crew will grit this left side Fallen Shaman Bruiser camp. Surdath does not look like they had any time to grab that. The allies were resetting, so no Fallen Shaman on the right side, which is going to be an experience deficit. Look at that Mercenary. Second stat line, but they might make up for it in this Dino kill. Kerrigan gets dove, bursted, and picked apart as now Samuro with some mirror images chasing onto Degwaza. 5-5 in Skeletal Defenders. Probius will soak bottom lane. Fallen Shaman to be dealt with by the Samuro on the top. So we got a 2-kill difference. What's up, Big Sid? Anna getting a few autos here and there. Healing darts thrown in. But it does seem like the top lane wave was cleared out by Samuro. Kerrigan does have sharpened blades level 4. She's actually going to jump in here. Just now respawning. Varian is the target of a heck load of damage. Primal Grasp, Impale. There's going to be a scroll of ceiling. Varian just locked in place. The healing darts from Anna will not be enough. And he does go down. 6 skeletal defenders needed on the left hand or on the right hand side. Surdath getting a couple healing darts as well. And Gaflo gets bursted. They will get the objective, but losing Varian Malthiel's a bit of a rough situation with this Mortar Punisher. Probius, by the way, with the Photon Barrier and the Tower Defense 4 and 7. Kerrigan in bottom lane, hit with the Fell Flame. Corruption as well. Jesus Christ, that damage. Is there a Sleep Dart? Dino with that sidestep is insane right there. Bite a grenade. I mean, Dino, I wouldn't say it gets run down, but the sustained damage chase was huge from Nana right there. That wiggle up against the wall was just amazing to watch. Sorry. Credit where it's due, man. Punisher went down. We're looking at the next one at 7 minutes 45. And Deckard is going to be discovered by the Varian. To see if Taunt, he actually has 5 seconds on that. Malthiel dives over the wall. Yasuo getting dove on. Sapphire, that's going to be Gaflo able to use that level 1 range increase to jump in, and does also have the Massacre as well. You currently have your Kerrigan pushing against the Samuro mirror images in top lane. Way of Illusion level 1 is completed. Pursuit of Flame done. Kerrigan sharpened blades at 27 stacks, currently up to 75. Dart goes for something. I believe that could have been debilitating dart actually right there. It does have a slightly different animation if memory serves correct. I'm trying to actually watch for it really quickly. No, I think that was regular Sleep Dart actually, because there was no way 20 seconds passed already. Maybe they have the exact same? Because Debilitating Dart is fire a dart that slows movement speed and reduces damage dealt for the first hero hit, 50% for 4 seconds. If no heroes are hit, reduce the cooldown by 8 seconds. So actually there's a possibility, because it would only be a 12-second cooldown then. Either way. Heroics are here. Horrify from Gul'dan as the Nubrak burrows in. There's going to be a scroll ceiling missing, but there's some healing debuff onto the Gul'dan. Emerald level 7 from the Deckard Cain, stacking on top of Gul'dan's level 7 passive healing debuff. You see those little marks from Anna. That's going to be a massive scroll ceiling. The last race does take down Dino. Varian falls. Anna goes down. Nano boosted Malthiel. Cannot 1v3 with that much mana. And will be able to throw a Shroud back. Excuse me, a Death Shroud back. But a 2-for-1 in favor of Exodia, as our next objective will be announced in 15 seconds if memory serves right. Well, Samuro doing Samuro things in top lane, by the way. He's gonna micro his mirror images because he is going to be Illusion Master. Nano Boost, Lacerites, Horrify, and Varian with the Warbringer. We do a Pylon Overcharge, Entomb, Ultralisk, Cocoon, and Stay a While and Listen. Just for those that may be listening and want to know what those heroics are. But yeah, a big thing from Decker Kane, by the way, is gonna be that Emerald level 7. 75% healing debuff for 4 seconds, which, as I mentioned, reduced Gul'dan's healing to -100 because he passively has the -25 from his spell power trade at level 7, the Hunger for Power. Level 13 on the horizon for both, and the objective is contestable at this time, just about 8 minutes in. Uh-oh. Horrify from Gul'dan. Varian's going to charge around the corner. DK caught inside the Entomb. Bad Benny hit with the Lacerites, but not taken down. Kerrigan ravages in and takes down the Varian. Gaflo inside the Cocoon is broken out, and the Nano Boost will expire. That's going to be Leoric able to chase onto Surdath. I don't know if they have the right target. Ravage from Kerrigan is off cooldown. Meanwhile, Gaflo in top lane is able to back away with Nano. But I do believe this objective phase, number 2 of the map, Frozen Punisher, will heavily go in favor of Exodia as they push in beyond the fort, I would assume, right? Because they've got a huge inspired mini wave. They got Fallen Shaman. They got Probius to do Probius things. Deckard's bonking as best he can. You got Beetles coming up from Anubarak. And is it... Yeah, it's burning Beetles as well. That's a little extra passive siege. And they won't actually siege in further. The death timers are relatively low. I didn't catch those. And it looks like Kerrigan did split out to try and finish out her Sharpened Blade. She'll get that finished here on the mid lane wave. She only needs 4 more stacks, and there's more than enough minions around for this. As Probius and Leoric finish the objective. Samuro pops Mirror Image to the lane. Kerrigan pulls everything in. Ancient Blessings. They're going to try and take down Surdath immediately. Sakuchi little teleport level 13 allows this Samuro to get a disengage, or complete a disengage. We have Warbringer, by the way, at level 13 for the Varian. And Gaflo, is there a Death Shroud thrown back? Alright, the Punisher's going to jump onto the fort gate unless someone else steps out here. So mid lane fort gate being worked on. Malthael will take care of this Frozen Punisher. Will get very little damage onto keep gate. Might take down center gate and the 2 towers, but actually Malthael pulling the Punisher back into the lane away from structured damage. Kind of a nice play right there from Gaflo, and does sustain this. Kerrigan finishes out her Sharpened Blades level 4. Varian, charge taunt, Bite Grenade goes down, Sleep Dart on the ground as well, but there's not going to be any further pressure on the Queen of Blades. Benny with a little Impale, no connection. We do have a Kerrigan Primal Grasp into Impale. Malthael joining in as well. Taunt Varian up in 10 seconds. New Red Burrow to the left-hand side. We do have a Probius Pylon Overcharger here in the background. Gaflo taking a lot of damage and will be taken down by Leoric Primal Grasp. And Impale fishing for something from Kerrigan as the Ultralisk is out. It's going to siege a bit more in the mid. Stay a while and listen finds 3. I'm assuming it will be... Oh, there's a Cocoon onto the Ana. Scroll of Ceiling goes down on the ground, and this is going to be Varian now trying to back away. Bite Grenade thrown down from Ana. She backs away through Keep Gate, but Simply DK is simply dead. Meanwhile, Samuro in top lane. Remember when I said he does Samuro things? Well, look what he's doing. He's Samuroing in top lane. He's going to try and get the fort taken down. With his rapid damage, find a little bit of value for his allies. The mid lane fort will be traded, unfortunately, though, and Exodia finds another structure. Samuro pops Mirror Images. He'll micro one to the side. Kerrigan trying to figure out which one it's going to be. A Primal Grasp Impale, and Surdath Sakuchi to back away with the Windwalk. I don't know if Surdath lives here, because look at the trajectory of Deckard and Anubarak. Got a micro a Mirror Image. Okay, he's going to be in the objective area. Yeah, he's able to get out of there, okay. I actually thought he was going to get caught off. Nicely done, Hanzo. I thought he was going to get caught off in his disengage from Anubarak and Deckard. Alrighty, well, it is a 6-kill difference, a level lead for Exodia in both of those departments, but it is Rampant Hellfire, the thing I got super excited about in the draft. We also do have the Banner of Dalaran from the Varian, which is going to be a 20% spell power increase for the allies in, a 12-second duration. Also a good siege tool as well. Death Shroud thrown in. Malphio immediately jumps over the wall, trying to grab this camp away from Leoric, who does get the Wraith Walk active. Malphio chunked so very low. Biter Grenade and Healing Dart will be activated into him. Big thing to mention for the Decker, which I forgot to say, is going to be Bonk Staff level 16, so he's got that 0.75 stun, but it's a very low cooldown at 5 seconds. And if you're curious, by the way, you can actually tell, so you can see the glow on Deckard's staff. That is the signifier that Bonk is available. Smur on the right side. Working on this camp. Nubrak is here, Kerrigan ravages in, and Serdath is able to swap to the real or to a different mirror image. Back away safely. Meanwhile, though, around this objective pit, a few Fell Flames thrown in. Malphio is also trying to pull Sappers or Skeleton Defenders their way. Varian on the left-hand side, maybe looking for a Kerrigan dive, but won't be able to scout that. Actually does get it right there. Nubrak on the right side as well. Impale lands onto one of the... Actually landed on the real Samuro, but he swaps images. Pylon overcharge. Serdath is going to be able to jump away. Double Fallen Shaman clashing and crashing onto the keep in top lane soon. But it is 31 to 40 in Skeleton Defenders. The drain applied onto DK. Impale landing onto Gaflo. All heroics except for Pylon overcharge available. Varian just using taunt now. And it's 30 to 33 in Skeleton Defenders. Nano is not throwing in all the Fell Flames. It's going to be Stay Well, Missing Cocoon. A little overlap onto Malphio right there. 37 to 38. The Ancient Blessings get activated by the Decker. 37 to 38, 38 to 38, 39 to 38. And that is going to be Blue Punisher to the members of Exodia. Samuro and Nubrak will be traded. Dino ravaging onto Banana Pops, the Chrysalis. Drain from Gul'dan, taunt from Varian, and Nano does go down. Probius picks off Malphio. A few Fell Flames into Yasu. A charge, but no taunt to the Deckard Cain as Leoric Wraith walks through a few enemies with Ominous Wraith Roll, Focus level 13-16 combination. Remember that Fallen Shaman stuff that I was talking about top lane? Yeah, it's made it to core. Nice bonk crush, I love it. Nice bonk, Freaky. I think my bonk is better, though. Revenant superiority. Construct additional pylons, level 20 for Hazu here. A Buried Alive, Bolt of the Storm, the Psionic Shift for Kerrigan. Respect the Elderly, and a Nubrak is Crypt Weaver for sure, right? No, it's Rewind, I bet. Nano inside the Entomb. Banana. Oh, wait, actually, hold on. That's going to be Leoric getting low. I thought Banana was about to get picked off. Going to be able to Hearth out. Punisher takes down bottom lane keep. 8% taken off the core. And Samuro mirror image chasing onto Probius, but that'll be just a mirror image as Samuro heads to top lane. Maybe dealing with that. 20 talents here, getting pretty close for Gremlins. As it is that rewind on a Nubrak, level 20. With some safe Fell Flames onto the wave. Nubrak burrows in for a flank. Kerrigan just behind, looking for a Banana. Psionic Shift in. The Horrify from Gul'dan does push Kerrigan inside. The Ultralisk was summoned as well. Into Banana. Dino low, but so is Banana. Nano trying to get some heals to stay a while, and Listen is going to be good onto so many enemies. Leoric respawns. Buried Alive is available, and I think we're going to be heading all the way to Northern Europe in this one. We do have a last rights onto Yasu, but gets a potion really quickly. Gaflo does go down. Malphio picked off. DK will be taken down as well. Samuro is able to sprint out, so no Finland in this one. Malphio uses his level 20 to buy back in for a faster respawn. Glory to the Alliance, Haunt Gul'dan, 3-blade style, and Ana has not taken a 20. Probably Nano Infusion, but I don't think it's going to matter here. Unless Samuro Malphio make the biggest YouTube play we've ever seen. Pylon overcharge. This is going to be Gaflo getting low. Serdath able to break away back to the Hall of Storms. Save that KDA. No Finland, but Exodia will be able to take a 2-1 score in this this 3-map series in day 6 of this Meta Madness group stage. GG, well played. Is it Finland? No, Finland is all 5 members have to be having death timers. Also, the announcer typically goes, "Red team dominated," stuff like that. That's like, that was kind of like the determining factor. But it is Exodia with victory here. The Probius does come through.